Okay, guys, so today we are going to talk about the speaking sample in the Duolingo exam. Keep in mind, guys, that the speaking sample is the last module in the Duolingo course. Let me remind you guys that the speaking sample and the writing sample are ungraded. So they are ungraded, but the university is going to watch the video that you have to record, because in the speaking sample, you have to record your video for minimum 1 minute and maximum 3 minutes. So again, the speaking sample and the writing sample are ungraded, but as I told you, the university is going to check them out. And don't forget that even in the speaking module, you have two topics. So you have to choose one topic out of two just to speak about. And in the writing module, you have to choose one topic out of two to write about. And let me tell you that both of them have the same tips and the strategies. But absolutely, this is here you have to write and here you have to speak. And guys, even it is the same of the speaking module that we have discussed earlier in the course, and the writing sample is the same of writing 50 words. So they are the same. I'm talking about the tips and the strategies. So they are exactly the same, but here I have to speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum 3 minutes. So I have to show you the directions, then the tips, just to be able to speak correctly, spontaneously, and naturally. After that, absolutely, we have to practice. So let me zoom the page in and let's begin. So, speaking sample. The speaking sample asks you to speak for 1 to 3 minutes about the topic below. For this question type, you will read a written prompt. You will read two written prompts, and absolutely you have to choose only one just to speak about. Then you will speak at length about the topic shown. Note that the directions appear for 30 seconds. So notice, guys, in the writing sample, you have 30 seconds to be ready before writing, and in the speaking sample, you have 30 seconds to be ready again before speaking. So this 30 seconds is extremely important because you have to decide the tense, the grammar, the vocab, and you have to write the keywords just to speak about. So before recording begins. During this time, you will read and consider one prompt. Then you have to be ready to speak about the prompt that is going to be shown like this page. So, as I told you, minimum you have 1 minute, maximum you have three. Absolutely, guys, you have to speak as much as you can. I need you to show to the university that you can speak correctly, you can speak spontaneously, as I told you, and you have to show that you are really proficient, not only in speaking, but also in writing. So speak for 1 to 3 minutes about the topic below. Who is a person? This is an example about the prompt. Who is a person you think you have impacted in your life? This is the first question. What impact have you had on the person? Okay. And how? So please, guys, you have to answer all the questions that we have in the prompt. Okay. So this is it. You have to record yourself. You have to record a video, guys. The camera, guys, which is in the center of the laptop or computer, absolutely, it is going to be open. So please, you have to stay calm and you have to speak in a natural way. You don't have to look up, for example, too much, and you don't have to look down too much or move or change your place. This is really bad, please. So I need you just to speak as if you are talking to your friend, and you have to act normally because, as I told you, this is a video recording. Okay, now the tips are saying don't watch the timer, please, because if you want to keep watching, sorry, the timer, it may distract you from thinking and speaking clearly. So, absolutely, guys, when the 1 minute is finished, this button is going to turn orange. So please keep talking without taking a look at the timer too much. 2, keep talking at least until the next button, as I told you, turns orange. And speak even longer if you can. You have to. You have to speak more than 1 minute. So please, guys, if you think that you have finished answering all the questions in the prompt, mention an extra reason, mention an extra example, but don't stop talking. Keep talking until the 3 minutes is finished. Then come to a natural conclusion. So notice, guys, it is the same of writing module. So I have to speak in general in the beginning. Then I have to mention the reasons. After that, I have to mention the examples. Finally, I have to speak a good conclusion, or let me say result about the topic. So notice, guys, that this is exactly the same. I'm talking about writing, but absolutely writing is about writing, and here you have to speak. So practice speaking about a topic in English for 1 to 3 minutes before taking the test. Absolutely, you have to practice. The more you practice, the better you will be. So you are familiar with the length. I mean, you have to learn how to stick with the time. Remember that the speaking sample will be sent as a video recording, as I told you. So the recipients of your scores will be able to see you during this response. While the speaking sample is ungraded, the topic will be shared with the recipients of your results. So make sure your response is really relevant to the topic and do your best to show your proficiency and speaking skills. Okay, guys, so now let me close this window and let me open this file just to complete explaining the speaking sample. So as I told you, you have to choose one topic. So notice, guys, that choose a topic to talk about. As I told you, minimum I have 1 minute and maximum I have 3. So choose one topic, maybe topic number 1 and topic number 2. When you choose the topic, this button is going to turn orange. You can start. Please, guys, you have to read both topics because maybe you have enough ideas about the second topic, not the first one. So don't only read the topic number 1 and start speaking or start preparing immediately. This is really wrong because maybe you will be familiar with topic number 2, but you don't have that experience for topic number 1. So please, both of them should be totally read. Okay, so after choosing the topic, now it's the time to prepare myself to speak. So what about the key points? We read not only the first prompt, but both of them, and speak at length about the prompt that you want to choose. Choose one, as I told you, out of 2 topics or options. You have 30 seconds to prepare yourself to choose and prepare yourself. So notice that it is the same of writing sample, because in the writing sample, I have 30 seconds to prepare myself, and even in the speaking sample, I have 30 seconds to prepare myself. You can see the question as you are speaking. Again, it is the same of writing. So you can see the question as you are writing, and you can see the question as you are speaking. Okay, so I have to speak for 1 to 3 minutes, 3 minutes maximum. Keep talking, please, until the next button turns orange. Absolutely, this module is going to be shown only once in the Duolingo test. And finally, as we mentioned, this module plus the writing module are ungraded. But the university can view your recording and can read your writing sample. So it is the same of writing sample. Absolutely. In the writing sample, I have to answer all the questions in the prompt. I have to write the answers of all the questions. But in the speaking sample, I have to answer, I have to speak all the answers about the questions that we have in the prompt. So please, you have to take a look at the prompt from time to time just to check if you fully answer the questions in the prompt. This is an example. Let me read this prompt and let me mention the questions that we have in the prompt. What is one thing you like about your personality? This is question number one. How has this quality helped you succeed or be a good friend to others? This is question number two. Is this a quality everyone should have? This is question number three. So please, you have to fully answer all the questions in the prompt. So this is it again. Answer all the questions in the prompt. Talk in details. So if you remember previously, I said in the writing sample that details means you have to give enough reasons, logical reasons, and you have to follow that by mentioning examples. It is exactly the same of a speaking module, but absolutely in the writing module, it is writing, and in the speaking module, it is speaking. So show the university your English and personality. Use examples from your real life, from your real experience. Elaborate and develop your ideas. As I told you, the ideas that I have to elaborate are reasons plus examples. Don't forget to mention a result or recommendation at the end of your speaking. So talk about yourself. So guys, I need you to notice that it is exactly the same of the writing module, writing sample that we have explained before, but here I have to speak. Okay, now let me show you a speaking sample about this prompt. And absolutely, after that, we have to practice. So this prompt is saying, speak for 1 to 3 minutes about the topic below. As I told you, 2 topics are going to be shown, not only 1 topic, but this is an example, okay? Now describe an important decision you have made. This is present perfect. Please be careful about the tense. Why did you make that decision? Okay, this is a question. What was the result? This is a second question. So let me show you the speaking sample about this topic. Then we have to practice. Okay. Exactly. Okay. So let me read the speaking sample. And as I told you, after that, I'm going to give you the chance to practice. So one difficult decision I have, again, please, as I told you before, in speaking and in writing, avoid using abbreviations, avoid using contractions. This is formal exam, okay? So one difficult decision I have had to make a few times in my life is which city to live in next. It is a particularly difficult decision because now I want to mention the reason, okay? Because it affects everything from friends and family to finances and social life. The most difficult one of all decisions was deciding to move out of my home country. 1 year, I decided, simple past, I decided to make a big change and move abroad to South Korea. I didn't, this is why, guys, this is why did you make that decision? I didn't speak the language, but I was ready for a new challenge and to experience a very different way of life. So in the end, it was not always easy to get by it, but I was very glad to get out of my comfort zone, make new friends, and broaden my horizons. Moving to South Korea, okay, this is it. Now I'm talking about the result. Moving to South Korea helped me to gain confidence because, now the reason, because I was in a totally new environment, but I managed to thrive. I met so many amazing people, many of whom I am still in touch with today. And most of all, it gave me the confidence to be more adventurous in my life. I think, now notice, this is the final statement or recommendation. I think that's the main result of my decision to move to South Korea. So this is it. Exactly, you have to do the same just to be able to speak correctly. And as I told you, just to fully answering all the questions that we have in the prompt. So this is it. Absolutely. The next video is going to be about to practice. Watch, guys, please, part two, the video part two about speaking module, because I need you to practice. Thank you for watching, and please now don't forget to watch the part two just to practice. Okay, so see you in the next video.